So Together We is a community interest company that started in 2017. It was originally founded by myself and my sister, Janine Ward, and we started it because of our own personal loss. We lost our brother to suicide in 2016, and we wanted to be able to do more for mental health.
He had tried to access several services through the NHS statutory services and had either been unsuccessful, so he didn't make the criteria. It wasn't quite serious enough, and that he had maybe flouted some of the GP surgeries as well. So kind of like being signed off sick, but he hadn't been going to see them. So it kind of fallen into lots of different gaps of services, and then ultimately, obviously, passed away.
Our core target audience is anybody who falls between the gaps of statutory services. So we work with a variety of people. We work with children, families, young people. We work with individuals. But ideally, they should be falling through the gaps of statutory services. And what we mean by that is that they're not able to access things like token therapies, North Cumbria token therapies, or not able to access secondary care services for whatever reason. Or they might have tried that and it's not been successful for them before in the past. So we've got two core services. We've got our talk service and our recovery college service. So our talk service is providing different levels of support, including link work and token therapies and mental health support. But it's all individual to the individual that comes along. Our Recovery College service provides a variety of different courses, skills and programmes to help a person support their mental health. And there needs to be a wider choice of mental health support and physical health support, and that's where Together We comes in.
My role really is to help them, advise them, guide them, increase their awareness really about what services are available to them and link them in. I work with individuals who are struggling practically, housing problems, people that are struggling to access services to support with addiction problems, debt management. What's really important with the role that I'm doing is that we empower people to be able to problem solve for themselves moving forward.
We don't just concentrate on the mind, we concentrate on the mind and the body combined, because obviously everybody's head's attached to their bodies, I hope. So we know those symptoms impact on one another. Up until last September, which is where we've done our last count, we did 1,600 people in the last year prior to that. Okay, so quite a significant amount of people, and that'll include both West and some Carlisle and Eden work as well.
So I seen this leaflet, I was at a friend's house, just having a coffee and a bit of a catch up. To be honest, it was probably a bit of a welfare check. Now I look back, I wasn't in the best of places, feeling the access to care wasn't there for me. Seen this leaflet and seen the term self-referral, and I thought, does that really mean what I think it means? And found myself later that evening with sort of a blank email, just thinking, how do I put my life on there? And I think I started with some bullet points, like I've got this, they say this, but I think this, and then it ended up just this big rambling thing, and I sent it off and thought, well, I've done something, we'll see what happens. Very quickly, I think within sort of a couple of days, somebody called me, thanked me for sending through the referral, told me more about the service. At this point, I probably wasn't the easiest person to talk to. I had sort of lost faith in everything, I think, in being helped when I wanted the help. And just something really strange happened. Whereas I was very, very used to going through the same process. Let me get your information, this is what's going to happen. It was more of a, okay, so on the basis of this and this, you probably fit better with this person. Let's try that out, see how you feel and see how the match is. So all of a sudden, I was just given this magic gift of having some control over my own healthcare. I would not be here today if it wasn't for Together We. I truly, truly believe that. I live in a reality where I fully accept that I'll never be well. So I'm never going to recover from having bipolar, from having ADHD. I've got it's who I am. Those are labels that have been placed upon me. But yeah, I'm never going to escape that. However, I can be sort of a weller version of myself.
So, and we support it all by something called our Recovery College, which basically delivers skills, techniques and courses to increase emotional resilience and regulation, so that not only are we tackling problems for these people, we're also helping them to actually procreate good emotional resilience in the long run.
I run a little series, Eating for Mental Health, for the Recovery College, and in that we look at really trying to turn upside down the way people think about food, thinking about what is it that your body needs, what is it that your brain needs. We compartmentalise these days and we think mental health and physical health are separate, and they're not, because you're just one person.
So in the last year, we've seen around 1,600 people, so 1,600 individuals that entered our services, and we see a huge amount of need for our service, and it is very difficult to keep up at times and to be able to provide support to every individual that needs it.
And what I'd like to see us do is develop more our ability to support peer support groups and peer kind of collaborations, so that they can actually keep their wellbeing going for longer, because obviously services cost, don't they? Yeah, that's the way it is. But what costs less but is so much more powerful is communities with better emotional regulation and resilience. I'd like to thank Copeland Community Fund highly for our funding. It's been significant to us as an organisation, and it's helping us to keep on going for the next few years.